Good morning, kids. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and taking good care of yourself. So, kids, this is your ELP video, and the topic for today is Say It Better in English, in which we will learn some useful phrases that will help you in your daily life while communicating with someone. So, let's start. So, dear kids, this is the first slide and this is the first phrase, that is keep going. As you all can see, it is written on the top, keep going, which means continue. Now look at the picture for your better understanding. Here the lady is saying, "Excuse me, I am looking for Lee's lighting." And the person, the man, he is saying, "Just keep going." So pay attention, dear kids. The man is using the phrase "just keep going." Right? So this is the correct way, or this is the other way of saying continue. Now look at some more examples. Can I stop running? No. Keep going. You need the exercise. Now again, the example number 2. Should we stop working at 6 o'clock? No. Let's keep going until 8 o'clock. So dear kids, here we are using keep going instead of continue. Okay? Now let's move on to the next slide. So in this slide, you can see if we have to address somebody, we should use Mr. or Mrs. with the surname, not with the first name. Right? So while addressing somebody, we should use Mr. and Mrs. with surname, not with the first name. Now look here, it is written Mr. Lee, not Mr. Alan. So now you can see the picture. The man is saying, "Come in, I am Alan Lee." And the lady is saying, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Lee." So she is not saying Mr. Alan. She is saying Mr. Lee. So she is addressing the man with the surname, not with the first name. Now look at some more examples. A. I am Bill Jones. Nice to meet you, Mr. Jones. You can call me by my first name. All right. Hello, Bill. Now look at some more example. I would like to meet you, Don Clinton. Hello, Mr. Clinton. So is that clear? So when we have to address somebody, we should use Mr. and Mrs. with the surname, not with the first name. Now move on to third slide. So in the third slide, you can see it is written drop by, which is the third phrase, which means visit for a short time. So dear kids, when we have to visit someone for a quick catch up, we can use a phrase drop by, which means a short duration. Okay, so drop by. Now look at the picture. Bob Beckham is our sales manager. Now the person on a phone, he is saying, I would like to show you some examples. Can I drop by your office later? So the person is not saying, can I visit you for a short time? He is saying, can I drop by your office later? Now look at some more examples. You left your book in my car. I will drop by your house and give it to you. One more example. I dropped by the camera store to pick up our photos. So dear kids, instead of saying visit for a short time, we can say drop by. Now move on to the next slide. So here you can see, can I put you on hold? Which means please wait. So dear kids, we can use this phrase while talking on phone. So while talking on a phone, we should not directly say please wait. Rather, we should seek permission by saying, can I put you on hold? So this is the correct way. Can I put you on hold? Now look at the picture on the right hand side. Can I put you on hold for a minute? Someone's at my door. So the person, he is talking on a phone and somebody is knocking. at the door. So the person is saying, can I put you on hold for a minute? So instead of saying please wait, he is saying, can I put you on hold for a minute? Someone's at my door. Now look at some more examples. Can I speak to the manager? Can I put you on hold for a minute? I will see if he is here. Now, next example. Hello, ABC Market. Do you have any fresh raspberries? Now, the person on a call, he is saying, can I put you on hold while I go and see if we have any left? So instead of saying, please wait. So what the person is saying on a call, can I put you on hold while I go and see if we have any left? Okay, so can I put you on hold, which means please wait. Now move on to the next slide. Now the next slide, it is written in charge of, which means responsible for or supervisor of. Okay, so in charge of. So the person who is responsible for getting some work done is the in charge. Okay, so in charge is the person who is responsible for getting some work done. So instead of saying that he is responsible for this, he is the supervisor of this, we can say he is in charge of. Now look at the picture. Tom Smith is in charge of deliveries. Means Tom Smith look after all the deliveries. He is in charge of all the deliveries. Now look at the examples. I would like to speak to the person in charge of customer service. Now next is, he is in charge of training new staff. Okay, so the person, he is in charge of training new staff, means he is a supervisor. He is responsible for that. So instead of saying these words, we can say in charge of. Now, the last slide for today is running short of time, which means getting close to a deadline. So we can say running short of time. So when we have some task assigned to us with a deadline and we are near to the completion but we haven't completed it yet. Okay, so whenever we have assigned some task and we have to do that but we haven't completed it yet, but we are close to it. So what we say, running short of time. Instead of saying getting close to the deadline, we can say running short of time. Okay. Now here the man in the photo, he is pointing towards the time, and what he is saying, we are running short of time and the deadline is at 1 p.m. So already 12:30 is there in the clock. So deadline is 1 p.m. So we are running short of time. Okay, we should not say like getting close to the deadline. It's better to say running short of time. Now see some more examples. I have to work late tonight. I need to finish a project and I am running short of time. Now next is, I would like to finish this meeting soon. Let's move on to the next point because we are running short of time. Okay, now here is one puzzle for you. So all of you grab a pencil and I hope you all understood all the phrases that we have just discussed. Now you have to solve this puzzle, which is very easy. You have to do it and you can share the picture of this with the class teacher. Now, number one is, this is Stephen Jackson. Nice to meet you, Mr. Stephen or Jackson? Nice to meet you, Mr. Jackson. Now the fourth, your test is tomorrow. You haven't studied yet. You are running short of time. Next one, let's stop driving and have dinner. No, let's keep going. We will be there soon. Now sixth is on the phone. What time is the meeting? Can I put you on hold? I'll ask my boss. Now the down one, I am a teacher. I am in charge of 50 students. Now the third one, if you dash my house tonight, I will give you the money. So if you drop by my house tonight, I will give you money. Okay, so I hope you all understood today's session. You all understood the phrases that we have just discussed. So do this puzzle, kids, and you can share the picture with your class teacher or you can share it with me. Have fun, enjoy, and have a very great day. Bye bye, kids. Take care. Bye bye.